the peaceful village of Luala, surrounded by lush green fields and tall trees, lived a boy named Kofi. Kofi was a curious and adventurous boy who loved to explore the forest near his village. One day, while playing near an old tree, he stumbled upon an ancient mask hidden in the roots. The mask was beautiful, carved from dark wood and adorned with intricate patterns. Kofi felt a strange urge to put it on. As soon as he did, the world around him changed. He saw visions of his ancestors and heard their voices whispering to him. They spoke of a great drought that would soon come to Luala, threatening the lives of everyone in the village. Kofi was scared but knew he had to do something. He ran back to the village and told his parents, but they didn't believe him. They thought it was just a child's imagination. Determined to save his village, Kofi decided to seek help from the village elder, Baba Tunde. Baba Tunde was wise and kind. He listened to Kofi's story with great interest. "The mask you found is very special, Kofi," he said. "It has been lost for many generations. It belongs to the guardian of Luala, a protector chosen by our ancestors. You must learn to understand the messages it shows you." With Baba Tunde's guidance, Kofi began to practice using the mask. Each time he put it on, he saw more visions and heard more whispers. The ancestors told him about a hidden spring deep in the forest, a source of water that could save the village from the drought. But the journey to find it would be dangerous. Kofi knew he couldn't do it alone. He gathered his best friends, Amara and Tunde, and told them about his plan. They were both brave and loyal, ready to help their friend no matter what. Together, they prepared for the journey, packing food, water, and a map that Baba Tunde had given them. Early the next morning, the three friends set out on their adventure. The forest was dense and dark, full of strange sounds and shadows. As they walked, Kofi put on the mask to guide them. The visions showed him the path they needed to take, but it was not easy. They had to cross a raging river, climb steep hills, and navigate through thick underbrush. One night, as they camped under the stars, Kofi had a particularly vivid vision. He saw a great serpent guarding the spring, a creature of legend that his ancestors had once defeated. The serpent was fierce and powerful, and Kofi knew they would have to be very clever to get past it. The next day, they reached the heart of the forest. There, hidden among the trees, they found the spring. It was a beautiful sight, crystal clear water bubbling up from the ground. But the serpent was there too, coiled around the spring, its eyes glowing with a dangerous light. Kofi, Amara, and Tunde hid behind a large rock, trying to come up with a plan. Kofi put on the mask again and asked his ancestors for help. They showed him a vision of how the serpent was defeated long ago, using a special herb that grew nearby. Amara and Tunde quickly searched the area and found the herb. They carefully approached the serpent, holding the herb out in front of them. The serpent hissed and lashed out, but the herb's scent calmed it down. Slowly, it uncoiled from the spring and slithered away into the forest. With the serpent gone, the friends filled their containers with the precious water. They made their way back to the village as quickly as they could, hoping they were not too late. When they finally arrived, they found the villagers gathered in the square, desperate and afraid. Kofi stood before them and told them about the hidden spring. He poured the water into the village well, and soon it was overflowing with fresh, clean water. The villagers cheered and celebrated, their fears washed away by the life-giving water. Baba Tunde declared Kofi the new guardian of Luala, a protector who had saved the village from disaster. Kofi was proud but humble, knowing that he could not have done it without his friends and the wisdom of his ancestors. Life in Luala returned to normal, and Kofi continued to use the mask to help his village. He knew that more challenges would come, but he was ready to face them with courage and determination. As the new guardian, he promised to always protect his village and keep the spirit of his ancestors alive. But Kofi's adventures were far from over. In the days that followed, he began to notice strange signs around the village. Whispers in the wind, mysterious footprints in the dirt, and shadows that seemed to move on their own. It was clear that a new danger was approaching, and Kofi would need all his courage and the support of his friends to face it.